Hey everyone, welcome so much to the fifth pillar of self-efficacy. We're going to be talking about self-belief. Self-belief is key because that's the thing that's going to keep you going. So we've talked about a few different concepts at this point. We've talked about self-control, self-regulation, self-motivation, self-reflection, and now the granddaddy or the grandmommy of it all, self-belief. All right, self-belief is the unwavering confidence in one's abilities and potential for success. Developing self-belief begins with acknowledging that past accomplishments, however small, recognizing the strength that brought you to get here today, and that through what you've been through, you will be able to challenge any self-limiting beliefs and affirm anything positive that you believe that the future success is going to happen. So how are you going to believe positively? Because if you haven't been successful in the past, it's hard to be confident about the future. So what you need is a support group, and you need to have goals, and you need to have metrics that you are meeting those goals if you don't have the success of the past. Now, I personally, what I have tried to do with my trauma history and my lack of self-worth, I've had to essentially touch the fire as many times to know that even if I touch the fire, yes, I might burn my hand, but I'm not going to get hurt. I can survive. I can cope through anything. And that self-belief is how, when times get tough and you believe some part of you that you can't, it's the other part of you that pushes through and doesn't let you to stop yourself from just stopping. Because success doesn't happen overnight. I watched a recent video of Seth Rogen, and he talked about every person who's been successful that he's talked to, the common denominator is that they did not give up. So recognize the accomplishments that you have had in the past. Celebrate them. If you haven't had success, then that's fine. That's probably even better, because those are lessons that you have not learned yet, that your ego is getting in the way. Fucking let your ego down. You're not perfect. You're not meant to be perfect. Learn that imperfection is life. Suffering is life. So the fact that you're still afraid and you can't move on is the fact that you haven't let go, and you feel inside of you a sense of entitlement that I'm good enough, that I don't need to do the inner work. Well, that's your self-limiting belief. So what you need to do is affirm the positive beliefs. So it really involves knowing your own abilities, your own worthiness. And so when I look at like my daughter, and when I look at raising a child, it's about encouraging self-talk, teaching how to replace the negative thoughts with those self-affirming thoughts. Because if we tell ourselves that we don't love ourselves, then you know what? We're not gonna ever love ourselves. Because you don't say I don't love myself, because our body is not able to understand the not. So if you say I don't love myself, you're gonna love yourself, because the don't doesn't matter. But most people who don't like themselves usually say something a lot more negative. I hate myself. I am a piece of shit. Like, those are the fucking things that come out of your mouth when people have hurt you most of your life. You believe it. So what you need to do is create new experiences and create new experiences. So if you are in a cycle of negativity, learn how to break it. Be more positive. I will be positive. As simple as that. Say it. But if you say, I'm not a positive person, I am a whatever, then you're going to believe it. So that's the other part, is realize that what you tell yourself is things that you believe. So you need to have the cognitive and the emotional acceptance of your thoughts, your ideas, the principles, whether it's true or not. You need to understand that. And then if it's not true, then why did you program that in? And that will question some inner work and go down some rabbit holes. Go down the rabbit hole, Alice. Find your path and find your self-love, you know? Don't be afraid to go down the rabbit hole, to figure out what your abilities are. So that way then you can then create action and do it over and over, so that way you can create a sense of self-belief. It's that unwavering faith in your ability, in your worth, in your potential for success. It involves in trusting yourself, the confidence that you can achieve your goals. And listen, guys, you have to work on cultivating that self-belief. Challenge and replace your negative self-talk. Create positive affirmations, and then surround yourself with people who are positive, that will help you overcome your goals, that will help you embrace your failure, that will help you let go of your ego and learn how to move forward in a way of good and purpose. Because when you have purpose in your life, you do not have time for ego. You do not have time to be a narcissist. You do not have time to be selfish. Because when you have purpose, your self is going away. You are able to be selfless for the good. So you have to find a belief. You have to find a cause that can allow you to believe in the fact that life is bigger than this, and that you can do good, and that you are one of many, and your purpose is to help everyone, not just yourself. So finding that purpose, that heart song, and I promise you, you will have an unquenchable self-belief and confidence that you can achieve. Because when people tell you no, you will push. Think of Greatest Showman, you know, P.T. Barnum. That motherfucker did not give up. He believed. What do you believe in? Because if you believe you're negative and all those things, then that's what you believe. You don't have the positive belief to create, to have confidence. And that's why this fifth pillar of self-confidence is the biggest. So self-belief, self-reflection, self-motivation, self-regulation, self-control are all key to forming self-efficacy. Those are key to forming that unquestionable self-confidence. So with that, I'm Saul Matthew of Koos Key, and I hope you all find your life's purpose, your beliefs, and you really go towards achieving them, and that you are truly able to achieve and not give up, because you're worth it, y'all. You truly are. And I truly believe that you find a reason to never give up on yourself, because there's a lot of people who wish they were alive, and there was a lot of people who wish that they were you. And find out what that reason